If you've seen WandaVision, then you know that Wanda has now become the Scarlet Witch, and her journey really has just begun as the Scarlet Witch. Obviously, becoming the Scarlet Witch in the finale of WandaVision, as we know, learning the powers of the Scarlet Witch through the Darkhold, and we know that Agatha Harkness is getting her own show. Obviously, we knew that she was a witch before that was studying the Darkhold as well. Now, with the release of the Multiverse of Madness trailer not long ago, we obviously saw Wanda in that. Talk about Westview, and obviously Doctor Strange not there to talk about Westview, and obviously we all know why he's there to get her. Or there's a bigger picture onto why, and that's what we're talking about today. As we know who will be the villain of this film, and I think we all know who it's going to be, as I just spoke about. So if you do enjoy the video today, please subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. So in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer, we see Doctor Strange go to Wanda for help. He asks her about what she knows about the multiverse. Obviously, now that everything has happened in the multiverse, Doctor Strange wants to learn more about it, I guess, and he wants to learn what has happened to the multiverse, maybe because of what happened with Peter Parker. Well, no, actually, no, that's a lie, because he doesn't know who Peter Parker is, so that's a lie, actually. But maybe he just wants to go around, obviously, learn more about the multiverse now, because there's many gaps in it, and it's massive going forward in the MCU. And we know that he went to ask Wanda for help, seeing that she's the Scarlet Witch. Maybe he knows something about her, or maybe he knows something now. Maybe he knows that she is the Scarlet Witch. But then again, it would be a bit strange, because he probably has learned who the Scarlet Witch is and what her powers are, and well, the most powerful witch around is the Scarlet Witch. But obviously, as we know from the comics, Scarlet Witch does become a villain for a bit, and she does search for her kids, and that is what we're going to be seeing with Wanda now as the Scarlet Witch. I do think Marvel does have the tendency of doing this with their trailers, trying to make out the villain. Obviously, they used evil Doctor Strange in this, who obviously I've said in the past is not Strange Supreme from What If. I do think that this evil Doctor Strange they're trying to make out to be the big villain, which he isn't. As we've seen in the trailer, there is many candidates to be the big villain, and I think we all know that it is going to be Wanda who will be the main villain, not Evil Doctor Strange. I think Evil Doctor Strange will maybe be a villain. Well, no, he's obviously going to be a villain, but I do think Wanda is going to be the big villain of the whole film altogether. Um, Maybe Evil Doctor Strange that we see in the trailer does help Wanda, as we know. Um, Obviously, Wanda wants to know more about the multiverse. Well, no, she wants to find her kids, and she's probably going to tap into many different universes through the multiverse. And having to do that, she might have to use America Chavez, who does have the power or the ability to cross universes. So maybe Wanda will. I think the main moral will be them trying to protect near the end of the film. I think that it will be Doctor Strange and Wong trying to protect America Chavez from Wanda, because Wanda needs her powers. But I do think Wong, as I've made a shorts before about Wong dying in this film, it does look like he's like shackled by Wanda's magic, and maybe he sucks the energy out of him and takes his powers as the Sorcerer Supreme, which she needs the powers of the Sorcerer Supreme, because obviously, as we know, Doctor Strange got blipped for 5 years, and obviously Wong became the Sorcerer Supreme, as we learned in No Way Home and other projects. So yeah, I do believe that Wanda will be the big villain of this film. She does have, obviously, as we saw at the end of WandaVision and in the trailer of Multiverse of Madness when she's studying the Darkhold, that obviously, like I just said in the WandaVision finale, we see her studying the Darkhold for some time now, and yeah, the Darkhold is very powerful. It is, you learn a lot of power. Well, it holds a lot of power in it, and you learn about it. Like she was learning the powers of the Scarlet Witch and what power she possesses. And I do believe that she may not. It may not be her. It won't be her fault that she's going to be the villain. Maybe she gets too entangled in trying to get her kids back. Maybe that's her. That's her main focus point right now, is trying to get Tommy and Billy back. I do think that obviously is her main focus on trying to get her kids back and trying to figure out where they are. Obviously, she knows that they're out there in the multiverse, but she doesn't know how to get to them, and she's using the powers of the Scarlet Witch to try and get them back. But obviously, with Darkhold, it does have a lot of control over her, as it seems, as it seemed with Agatha as well. And I do think the Darkhold has a big toll on controlling, obviously, Wanda at this point. And obviously, with the Darkhold having that amount of control with the powers that it has over Wanda, I think it's going to make her do some rash decisions. and possibly make her want to kill Stephen, as we know that she probably would do anything to get her kids back. And with the powers of the Darkhold, I think she would now be out of control with her powers, as she is getting incredibly more powerful, arguably probably one of the most powerful MCU characters we've seen at the moment, along with Captain Marvel and many others. But the Scarlet Witch, she could become very, very powerful, as we know from the comics. And yeah, it's just gonna see where Multiverse of Madness takes us. I do think she is the villain. It is probably most likely she is the villain. I mean, this film could have many villains, but I mean the main villain of the whole film is going to be her. I think there is a big there is a big rumor going around that apparently Kang will be in it at the end, and he'll defeat Doctor Strange or something, and he'll take him hostage, and then in Ant-Man Quantumania that will be him trying to rescue Stephen Strange. But yeah, we'll just have to see where it all takes us. But I think the main focus point for this film with the villain is going to be Wanda, in my opinion. I think it makes sense, her being the Scarlet Witch, having the Darkhold, and as we know, the Darkhold has a evil past. It doesn't have the tendency to be used for good, and so I do think that she probably doesn't understand that it's being used for the bad. As we know, Agatha told her that she doesn't know much, and it's true, she doesn't really understand her powers. Even Wanda said it herself that she didn't understand her powers, but she will learn it. So we'll just have to see where it takes us. Obviously, it's a hard power to control, the Scarlet Witch. So we'll just have to see where it all takes us in Multiverse of Madness. It's going to be very cool to see Wanda be a villain in this film, but it just depends on whether she gets saved after that, or if she comes back from it all, or it will continue into something much bigger. Because I do not think, obviously, she's not going to die in this film. Obviously, we've only seen her as once as Scarlet Witch will be properly, and it will be in this. So tell us what you guys think about who the villain will be in Multiverse of Madness. I think it's pretty obvious that she will be the villain. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that she will become and be the villain in this main film. But tell us what you think about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, we all can't wait for Multiverse of Madness. Hope you had a good day, and goodbye.